We're in San Diego for OFC 2019. I'm here with Rob Shaw from Infinera. Rob, good to see you.
Thanks, good to see you too.
So I see Infinera has a new look, a new color scheme. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure, as I'm sure most people are aware, Infinera recently acquired Coriant. So really this new look and feel is to signal essentially a new company, right? A broader portfolio, end-to-end solutions from layer 0 to layer 3, including unified management, unified SDN orchestration. So essentially that's the idea. It's really to signal a new company, unification of the portfolio, a broader, more complete solution for our customers.
Okay. Now, in the build-up to this year's OFC, you've made a number of announcements about the evolution of your optical technologies. Can you just talk us through the highlights of that?
Sure. We've done 3 major announcements recently. Most recently, as of this morning actually, we announced the performance, some of this industry-leading performance of our 600 gig based solution, which has gone over 250 kilometers at 600 gig. So that we just announced this morning. Also earlier last week we announced our 800 gig solution, the 6th generation of our ICE technology, which leverages a lot of our vertical integration capabilities, the next generation of our Nyquist subcarriers, which is a unique transmission methodology. Altogether we expect that to give us industry-leading performance at 800 gig as well. Last but not least, as we start going to these higher transmission speeds, we're not only gaining capacity and capabilities, but we're also adding a huge amount of flexibility. The number of knobs that you can turn on how you configure these wavelengths increases dramatically. What this is meaning is you really start needing to add a lot more intelligence and automation to optical networking so that network operators can get the most out of each one of those resources. So to that end, we did an announcement earlier this week on Monday with Telia Carrier on something we call Autonomous Intelligent Transponder. What that does is leverages both capability we have called Aware, which monitors the optical signal on how it's performing, and the automation of tuning the transponder, and it marries those two things together so it automatically repeatedly retunes the wavelength to make sure that you're getting the most out of it, the most capacity and the greatest reach, maximizing the return on investment for customers on these expensive and high-performing resources in their network.
Okay. So you mentioned automation there, and that's a really big trend in the whole industry. How are you leveraging automated processes and automation in general to deliver what your customers need?
Yeah, as these networks become more flexible, more scalable, not only automating things, but ensuring that you're using your resources the most efficiently becomes increasingly important. This is part of our cognitive networking initiative, and it's both knowing what's going on in the network, so having the cognition of exactly how it's performing, not just at the optical layer, but really across all the layers, layer 3, but even up to the application level. Right, networks are increasingly becoming about connecting end users to applications, right? Not just efficiently aggregating, but making that connection. And so automating that process of knowing where the application is being hosted, what application the user wants access to, and what the most efficient way to route that customer service to that application. All of that becomes increasingly important. And then just making it simple, right? Making it easy for network operators to make those connections and use their network resources efficiently across all the different layers.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense, and I know that all the operators out there are looking for these kind of gains, so it'll be interesting to see how this all evolves during the course of this year, and probably catch up again OFC 2020 to find out how things are going.
Great, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Great.